Hello and welcome to the round of 32 in the Retro Gaming Weekly World Cup 2026 here in FIFA Road to World Cup 98 for the N64. My name is Jack Coburn and today we're facing off New Zealand versus Canada. Canada holds the slight advantage in pretty much everything. New Zealand is an LFC minnow pretty much. Their A-League was not, one of the world's best. It was a very disjointed sort of league and has been for some time. Actually, the two best teams in New Zealand actually play in the Australian League. And, so Canada definitely holds the advantage. Now, Canada has beaten Mexico in the first round, and Paul Pesciolito and Bunbury have been doing a great job of scoring for the Canadians. Let's see if they can keep it up today here in the United States in the third match, second of the afternoon, so it will be a hot day. Alright, let's get started. Canada will start with the ball. No, this isn't rugby. This is actually how the New Zealand team does dress. Pesciolito puts it just wide of the net, 1 minute in. Not to be beaten by Ouattara's first minute goal for the Ivory Coast in the last game. If you do enjoy this content, please do like and subscribe, hit that notification bell. We do have 16 matches coming out this week on Alsatian Productions. As Pesciolito is marked offside, New Zealand gets a chance with the ball. New Zealand goalkeeper Batty takes the indirect free kick. 6 minutes in, it's still 0-0. Canada gets it. New Zealand gets it. Atkinson puts it in for a score. 8 minutes in. Batty does a great job of getting it over the Canadian defense and to Atkinson's foot. Watch this play. Batty just gets it downfield. The Canadian defense makes a half-hearted effort to stop the play, but can't stop Atkinson and just marshals him into the 18, where he can just easily trickle it past the Canadian goalkeeper. 1-0 New Zealand. Bunbury, who scored a lot of goals this tournament, is now looking for his first in this match to tie it back up. Atkinson boots it downfield for the New Zealanders. Miller gets it out on the wing. Atkinson gets it, but Forrest, the Canadian goalkeeper, does a great job of stopping the play to prevent them from going down 2-0. 15 minutes in, Pesciolito gets the ball at the 50, going to run it in. Gray for New Zealand steals it off of him, gets it back downfield for Atkinson. Atkinson boots it back out to Gray. Aguiar does a great job of breaking the play up. Watson breaks it up, gets the ball for Canada. Unger gets it. But Evans for New Zealand does a great job of kicking the ball out of bounds. It's 84% possession for the Canadians, 16% for the New Zealanders. But New Zealand has the opening goal of this game as Fraser goes to put the ball into play. Aguiar gets it, passes it to Pesciolito. Jacobs from New Zealand passes it, but the telegraph pass goes to Bunbury, who hits it off the crossbar. 2 shots on target for New Zealand, none for Canada. Dome gets it. Hay gets it for New Zealand. Frazier is able to mug him coming into the 18. Unger gets it downfield for the Canadians, but Evans from New Zealand is able to get the ball in the open field. Zurich gets it. Bunbury runs it in. Cotton is able to read his feet and steal the ball off of him. And Atkinson will once again be right behind the Canadian defense, but Forrest does a great job of making the save. 29 minutes in, New Zealand still leads 1-0 and are taking more chances with the ball. Pesci Solido has the ball. Evans gets it. And Atkinson is in. But Forrest, the Canadian goalkeeper, doesn't move, doesn't even come off the line as Miller traps the ball and gets the play back out for the Canadians. Pesci Solido gets it. Passes it over to Bunbury, who cuts in, dekes around, but Cotton is able to just dethrone him off the ball. Fantastic play by the New Zealand team. Atkinson gets it, but play is broken down by Miller. Roofer is going to get to the passes to Hay, who passes to Jacobs, who puts it in for Atkinson, who tries for the rebound, but it goes out for goal kick. Forrest, the Canadian goalkeeper, is going to just blast it downfield. Bunbury gets it, passes it back, or actually takes a shot from the 50. Batty, the New Zealand goalkeeper, does a great job of stopping it. Excuse me. This isn't a boring match. I've just been, I've played 2 matches already, and we'll have to play about 5 more. Corzine does a great job of getting the ball to Bunbury, who puts it in the back of the net in injury time, and the game is tied 1-0. It was bound to happen eventually. The goalkeeper takes the goal kick, puts it out to his player. Corzine does a great job of deking the play and then passing on to Bunbury, who just slams it in the back of the net. 1-0. Atkinson has the ball for New Zealand, but Pesci Solido does a great job of stopping the play. Koosh gets it. Watson and Aguiar gets it to Bunbury, who's going to run it in, surrounded by the New Zealand defenders. Gray does a great job of stopping the play right on the 18-yard line, and that's the first half. As players come off to go to the locker rooms, it's all tied up. New Zealand 1, Canada 1. Let's look at these statistics. 1 goal, 5 attempts on goal, 4 shots on target for New Zealand. 1 goal, 4 attempts on goal, 2 shots on target for the Canadians. Alright, let's begin the second half. Hay runs it in for the New Zealanders, but Aguiar basically scares him off the ball. Frazier gets it and boots it back to Forrest. He's going to just move it downfield, gets it out to a New Zealand player by mistake. Hay gets it right on them. Forrest does a great job of stopping the play. Aguiar gets it from Forrest. Frazier passes it down to Bunbury. who puts it into the open field to be collected by New Zealand's Dome, who passes on to Roofer, who passes on to Atkinson, who is just pushed off the ball by Samuel. Roofer gets it in, but Forrest is able to read the hard-hit effort. Samuel gets it, passes back, Aguiar moves it forward, Koosh gets it, passes it on to Bunbury, takes the shot, and it goes wide of the net. Dome comes off for New Zealand. Rennie comes in for New Zealand in the 53rd minute. And that's where we are at with this. Alright. Batty takes the goal kick. Watson crosses it in midfield, but New Zealand's McGarry does a great job of getting the ball. But they put it out. 62% possession for the Canadians, 38% for the New Zealanders. Bunbury gets it out on the wing, runs it in. Puts it just wide of the net. Man alive, he just cannot put it. He can put it in when he's right in front, but like anywhere outside, it's just too much of a hassle for him. It's such a shame. It'd probably be 3-1 Canada by now. Batty takes the goal kick. Everybody's waiting. There he goes. Gets it downfield. Gets it. Watson gets it out to Bunbury, who can't do anything and is smothered by the New Zealand defense. Cotton does a great job of breaking down the play. Miller passes it back to Forrest, who's going to pass it upfield to Gray of New Zealand. Atkinson does a great job, but Koosh is able to break down the play. Pesci Solido gets it, passes it forward to nobody. Conan will get it back for the New Zealand defense, but Hay is offside, leading to an indirect free kick for the Canadians. A short ball to Koosh, out to Bunbury. Conan gets it off his foot as Bunbury goes to take the shot. It's been a match of chances for both teams. Let's see who will capitalize next. Well, it looks like Hay almost did. 9 shots for the New Zealanders on target, 2 for the Canadians. New Zealand really wants to move on to the round of 16. Canada probably does too, but they're really not showing what they've been able to do over the past couple of matches in the qualifiers. But Bunbury is able to erase all that and score in the 76th minute. 2-1 Canada. New Zealand is just beside themselves. How did this happen? It was bound to happen eventually. They were all taking chances. Alright, Bunbury dekes around the New Zealand defense, catches it, and then flicks it in past the goalkeeper. 2-1 Canada. Whew! The New Zealanders put it into goal from the 50. Forrest does a great job of stopping it. Pesci Solido does a great job of getting the ball off of Forrest, the goalkeeper. Passes it to Bunbury, who just gets caught in front of him, and play breaks down. Koosh begins the Canadian attack again. Conan just outreads Bunbury's play. Bunbury just did not have control of that ball. Samuel is going for the ball, or Corzin is going for the ball from Samuel, who will pass on to Paul Pesci Solido, who will put it in the back of the net. 84th minute. And it is now 3-1 Canada. Just a breakdown in the New Zealand defense allowed Pesci Solido to do a great job of getting it in goal. Forrest gets the ball. Not going to stand any on ceremony at all. Pesci Solido gets it. Passes it back to Samuel. He's going to pass it back to Forrest. He's going to trap the ball, boot it downfield. To Bunbury. He's going to pass it over to Koosh. He's going to pass it over to Samuel again. He's going to pass it to Watson. Jacobs for the New Zealand gets the ball. But Watson does a great job of just stopping the play. Pesci Solido. Aguiar. Pesci Solido puts it on target. 4 shots on target for the Canadians. 3 goals. 11 shots on target for the New Zealanders. 1 goal. Injury time begins. Batty takes a shot. And that's the game. Canada wins 3-1. And they're moving on to the round of 32. Forrest is the man of the match, stopping 10 of 11 shots on target. Twelve attempts on goal, 1 goal for the New Zealanders, 11 shots on target, 3 goals from 9 attempts on goal, and 4 shots on target for the Canadians. Thank you so much for joining me. My name is Jack Coburn. This has been the Retro Gaming Weekly World Cup 2026 round of 32 third match. We'll see you next time as Brazil faces off against Switzerland. Please do like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell to be notified about our next video. Whether or not it's World Cup soccer is up to you. Thanks so much for watching. Have a wonderful afternoon, a wonderful week, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye. This has been a presentation of Alsatian Productions. Peace!